We have made it to the year 2025, and we have a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of great films coming out this year. So today I thought it was time for me to stop and rank my highly anticipated movies coming out in the year 2025, ranked from the least anticipated to the most anticipated. Please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation, and you are free to comment down below your very own ranking of your least anticipated to most anticipated films of 2025, just like me, or you could just do your most anticipated. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok link. Those are in the description. And with all that being said, guys, without further ado, this was a very hard list to make, but let's get right into our ranking. We're going to start off this video with an honorable mention, and that is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version. Look, I love the animated trilogy, so I think the director knows a thing or two about directing these movies because it's the same director from those films. But the idea of soaring through the skies, riding a dragon lends itself well to live action, all the epic scale action as well. But from that teaser, it seems like a shot-for-shot remake, and maybe that's something we don't want. Kicking off our list at number 10 for me has got to go to Zootopia 2. I think the first film is just fantastic. It's probably my favorite of the revival era Disney films, and this franchise just really lends itself well enough to a sequel. With the characters in its world, inherently there are just more fun stories to tell. Out of all of the sequels and remakes that Disney has been making, I'm surprised this one came so late compared to the others. Number 9 is Jurassic World Rebirth. There are a couple things that all boys go through in life. Puberty and the love of dinosaurs. Look, the last 3 films all grossed $1 billion. The world loves these movies, and what can I say? I just love seeing dinosaur carnage and mayhem. But what makes me excited about the film is the cast and crew behind it. Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali, Gareth Edwards. Isn't the guy that wrote the first film is writing this one too? There's just a lot to be looking forward to when it comes to this film. I think it's going to be a continuation of the Jurassic World movies, and I really love those movies a lot. So I think overall, everything that I've heard about this film, all green lights. Number 8 is Karate Kid Legends. Speaking of things all boys go through, martial arts. We all at once in our lives thought that we were ninjas or could be ninjas. Karate Kid has been a part of my life since I was born. The original my mom loved and showed it to me. The Jaden Smith version, if you're my age, was always on in the living room. I watched that film religiously. So immediately, you're bringing back Daniel and Jackie Chan and calling the film Legends, immediately you have me hooked. Also, the fact that they are training an Asian boy that's an actual martial artist. Look, I'm a simple guy. I love martial arts films. I love martial arts. I love Jackie Chan. And I love all things karate. I'm sold. We have a couple more honorable mentions here. Captain America Brave New World. A new Captain America film automatically got me excited, especially with Red Hulk and the promise that this will be like the political thriller of Winter Soldier. So yeah, let's see Anthony Mackie finally don the shield in his own solo film. But I do think that this film should have came out at least a year or two after Avengers Endgame. Another honorable mention from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. Ana de Armas may be able to pull off this physicality. I have not seen her in that James Bond film, but I'm excited to see her in this one. I'm a World of John Wick fan, and the fact that they delayed this film to add more action set pieces shows that they truly love this character. So let's see why this character is getting her own film. Number 7, we have Thunderbolts. Of all of the MCU films announced in 2022, this was one of my least anticipated. I felt like it just wouldn't fit and maybe the wrong thing to introduce in the multiverse saga. That being said, when they announced the lineup, I was really interested. Then even more details were released. Then a trailer released, and wow, Marvel may actually cook with this film. The team seems like a whole lot of fun. I love the different characters at play, and maybe this could be the thing that could revitalize the street level MCU, along with my boy, Daredevil, of course. Another honorable mention here is F1. Joseph Kosinski directed Top Gun Maverick, and it seems like he's bringing his camera tricks to the ground with this sports racing film. Brad Pitt is in the driver's seat. This seems like the perfect summer movie. I cannot wait. Number 6, we have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Tom Cruise is the GOAT, man. This guy is in his 60s and still wants to give us high-octane practical stunt work and action. All of it just feels real on screen. This guy is freaking insane. But immediately you get excited when you're able to conclude a 2-part story. and I can't wait to see the second part of The Dead Reckoning. I didn't think it was as good as 5, 4, 3, or 6, but it's still very much consistent. So let's just see how this one turns out. Kicking off my top 5 list is Wicked for Good. I was nowhere near excited for the first film, and then I walked out of it floored by how immersive and just charming the entire movie was. The singing was all incredible. The performances were all incredible. Cynthia Erivo is a star, and Ariana Grande never disappoints. I expected nothing less from John M. Chu, who directed my favorite film of 2021, In the Heights. So look, I'm all on board for another Wicked movie. Our next 2 honorable mentions is Lilo and Stitch. I love the original film, so sure, man, why not? This may be a charming enough live-action Disney film, up to Aladdin or The Little Mermaid. I love those films so much, so can't wait to see what this one's about. And our last honorable mention, I just had to get it on here, Sinners. I'm there for any Ryan Coogler film with Michael B. Jordan in it, and when they're together, they just make magic. And I'm not a horror guy, but Sinners look really cool, man, and I cannot wait to see it. So anytime a director goes in a different genre than what I've seen in him before, I'm ready. I'm sold on this movie. I wanted to put it in my top 10, but we have a lot of great movies coming out next year, so it has to be my most anticipated of my honorable mentions. Coming in at number 4, rightfully so, is the Fantastic Four: The First Steps. No, we've never had a good Fantastic Four movie. And should I be excited for this film? No, not really. There's really no evidence to say that this film will be good. I like all the casting except for Reed. I just didn't picture Pedro Pascal as him, but I'm very much open to it. I think under Marvel, we will get a good enough movie. So why am I excited? Well, it's because I really loved those early 2000s Fantastic Four movies, not Fanforstic. If Deadpool and Wolverine showed me anything, it was that we have to respect those films in order to praise the ones that we have now, because at the time, for me and my brother growing up, yeah, they weren't perfect, but they were all we had. The retro world also has me intrigued. Anyone should be excited about Marvel's first family coming back to the screens inside of the MCU. Like they always say, 4th time's a charm. Top 3 list is Avatar, Fire, and Ash. I don't like the first film, but I loved, adored, whatever the word is. I think that second film is freaking fantastic, man. So of course, I'm ready for a third. Fire is also my favorite element. So James Cameron, take me back to this immersive world. Ship me back to Pandora that you've been spending your entire career creating. And I'm even more excited because the turnaround is way quicker than the second film. Let's see how this third film is. My runner-up at number 2 is Michael. This is the Michael Jackson biopic. And look, I am a moonwalker, guys. I love Michael Jackson. I am a huge Michael Jackson fan. He is probably in my top 5 favorite artists of all time for me. He's also an incredible performer, but also a very controversial person. And his controversies really outshined his performances in music back then versus today, where people only see the moonwalk and Billie Jean and Thriller. Regardless of all that, I've heard nothing but great things about this film and Jafar's performance. Could the film be the perfect Michael Jackson biopic? Not just that, but the first billion-dollar biopic? Who knows? We'll just have to see. No other biopic has ever made $1 billion. Bohemian Rhapsody almost made $1 billion. It was like 962 something. So maybe Michael Jackson influence could push it over $1 billion, but there's reasons to believe that it couldn't, because Michael Jackson is way more popular overseas versus domestically, and there are a lot of people that still hate him domestically. At the end of the day, I'm uber excited for this film. This is a day one, and if it wasn't for my number 1, this would be at number 1. But coming in at my number 1 has got to go to Superman. The new DCU is here. I'm very excited for this entire universe, but I was really skeptical about James Gunn taking on Superman. I'm a big fan of his work. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I loved the Suicide Squad. I even love Peacemaker. But his style, I never really thought worked or mashed well with Superman, with the character. But after that teaser, I ate my words completely. He is going for an inspiring film about love and hope. And that's exactly what Superman is and what he should be. Also, it's a Superman movie after 12 years of no standalone Superman film. Anyone who's an actual Superman fan, not a Zack Snyder fan or not a Gunn fan, someone who's an actual Superman fan is pretty excited for this movie. Finally, the world will see the granddaddy of all superheroes return to the big screen and show why he is the original superhero. This is why Superman has to come in at number 1. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion, and you're free to comment down below your very own ranking of your top 10 highly anticipated films of 2025, ranked from the least anticipated to the most anticipated, just like me. Or you could just do your favorite. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok link. Those are in the description, and please don't forget to come back later in the year for all of these reviews and rankings that I'm going to do. With all that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.